going on, everybody? King of Dragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the SH Figuarts Harley Quinn from the movie The Suicide Squad. And so here we have the SH Figuarts, the Suicide Squad Harley Quinn posed and out of the packaging. Before we take a look at the figure, let's actually run through her accessories really fast. Harley Quinn does come with two different head sculpts. We do get the stoic expression that she has on her right now. Then we do get a big smiling expression, which I really do like. She also does come with several sets of hands. We get a pair of fists, a pair of relaxed hands, we get a pair of grip hands, we get a pair of pistol grip hands, and then we get a right hand for holding like a mallet or a baseball bat. Other than that, Harley Quinn doesn't come with anything else. We don't get a hammer, we don't get a baseball bat, and certainly we don't get any guns, despite the fact she has pistol grip hands. No guns on this figure. As with all DC figures, they have omitted firearms, which is quite annoying, especially when the character uses firearms. So, with that out of the way, guys, let's actually get a closer look at Harley Quinn. And so here we have a closer look at Harley Quinn from the Suicide Squad, and I have to say that they did a really good job with this figure, especially in terms of likeness. It really does look like Margot Robbie, although I think my favorite head sculpt is the wide expression smile. That looks so much like Margot Robbie. Even the neutral expression does look like Margot Robbie, but I feel like the smiling one is better. SH Figuarts always does a good job on Margot Robbie's likeness. Now, unfortunately, I'm not a fan of the way they designed the plastic on this figure, because it really does look like her head is the same shade of plastic as her hair. I don't know why they didn't add more of a yellow hint or tint to her hair. I know she does have really light blonde hair, but yeah, it does look a little bit weird when her face and her hair look almost the same color. I really do like the fact that she does have goggles on. It's part of the costume I really wasn't fond of, but it does look nice here on the figure. And then you can see she does have these really nice earrings, especially on the left side. And then we do have a small detail, but it is there. We have the little microphone or earpiece that they wore in the movie, which I really do like that little detail. So overall, really good head sculpt. I do feel like her face could have used a little more definition, especially in terms of her makeup and her tattoos. They should be a little more prominent, but I really do like the makeup that she has on her. You can see she is wearing a red and black choker, and then we go on to her costume, which I really did like this costume. The classic red and black Harley Quinn motif looks really nice, especially here on the figure. Now, it's not exactly divided in half. You can see that it does have more black right here and then more red going up here. But I really do like the Live Fast, Die Clown, and then we do have her diamond pattern right here, a little scraped up, but it does look nice. We do have diamonds here on her armbands. We have a red armband on the black sleeve, and then we have a black armband on the red sleeve, and both of them do have a diamond in the respective opposite color. On her brassiere or her corset here, we do have a star and a diamond, which I'm pretty sure they did take that from the new 52 Harley Quinn design, where she has a star and a diamond on her knee pad, so that's a really nice nod to the comics. And then her corset is done very nicely. It has a lot of nice details, and the straps look very nice, with paint apps going from the zipper all the way to the buckle, so really do like that. The jacket is done very nicely. The zipper is also painted to have some silver, and it's just a really nice costume overall. And then one thing I really do like about this figure is the fact that her pigtails are both red and black. They did a very good job with that, although if it was me, I would have had a red hairband right here on this side to go opposite the black on this side, but overall still a very solid look for the character. Really do like the sleeves here. They have different texturing, which is very nice. I do like it. On her knuckles, we do have rings that do have the four faces of the cards. We have a heart, a diamond, a spade, and then a club, and it's the same thing on this side, although I think this side is a little more noticeable. You can see the heart, the diamond, the club, and the spade. Although I might have got the spade and the club confused, it's still a very nice little detail. So having a look at her abdomen right here, or her waist, she is wearing a belt, well, two belts actually. We do have one that has an HQ for Harley Quinn, Then we do have some stars right here, and then on this side we have some more stars, so they did a very good job there. And then with her second belt, it does sit a little bit lower. We just have a regular buckle right here, but it does look nice. And then we have a little loop right there. Again, kind of wish that she had a holster right here for her gun. Don't know why WB and DC are so anti-gun, but they are right now. One thing to note about this figure is that these stars, or not the stars, but the diamonds are sculpted, so they're not just painted on. Very nice sculpted detail here. We do have the 3 diamonds here on her right leg, and then the 4 diamonds on her left leg. Then we do have the zippers both sculpted and painted here on both sides. We do have the 1 zipper right here. Then we have the 3 zippers here, which look really nice. I do like it. The overall, I have to say the detailing on this figure is amazing. And seeing as how SH Figuarts has dropped the ball on some figures recently, this is not a step in the right direction. Just look at the detailing and the paint. It looks so nice here, especially right here on her laces. I kind of wish that they continued the red and black switch right here, with this boot being red, this one being black as it is, and then just flipping the colors. But overall, still a very solid figure. I do like the proportions on this figure. The detailing is very nice, and like I said, if I had one major gripe, which isn't even a real major gripe, it's just the shading on her hair matches her skin tone a little bit too much. But overall, really happy with what they did here. So with that out of the way, guys, let's actually get her compared to other figures you may have in your collection. Here we do have Harley Quinn posed next to a Marvel Legends Cyclops and a DC Multiverse Superman. Here we have Harley Quinn posed next to a WWE Elite Scale figure and a Mezco 1/12 Collective Popeye the Sailor Man. Here we have Harley Quinn posed next to a Lightning Collection White Ranger and a Star Wars Black Series Mandalorian. And finally, here we do have the SH Figuarts, the Suicide Squad Harley Quinn posed next to the SH Figuarts Suicide Squad Harley Quinn. So with the comparisons out of the way, let's actually move on to her articulation. Now, Harley Quinn does have some pretty good articulation. She does have a double ball joint here in the neck, which does let her look up about that far, can look down about that far, and then we do have some really nice head tilt, as well as left and right rotation. And one thing I do like is that her hair is soft enough that it doesn't get in the way. Now, unfortunately, there is no articulation in her hair, so I do find that a little bit upsetting, but it still gets out of the way nicely. She does have a second ball joint here at the base of her neck, which does let her look up a little bit more, but it's mainly for downward poses, so that is really good. And then it doesn't really help with side tilt, but it still works. Then we have a ball jointed butterfly joint. It's a ball joint somewhere right here. It does allow the shoulder to move forward about right there, can pivot up and down, and I do like the fact that they do use a ball joint here in the shoulder, because it does help with posing. And then we have a second ball joint from her shoulder going into the butterfly joint, so that can pivot up, can pivot down, forward and back slightly. Unfortunately, this Harley Quinn does not have a bicep swivel, so most of your rotation is going to come from the shoulder, which you can see it doesn't get much movement. You kind of have to rotate the arm out to get her to have a bicep swivel, which is a little bit annoying, but it is how the figure is designed. You could have easily made a cut right here on the sleeve where the armband is, but I guess they didn't want to do that. She does have a single joint in the elbow, which does give us much better than 90 degrees, and I do believe there is not really an elbow joint in there, so I guess there's a slight swivel, but it's not so much, but yeah, it still works. Then we have a ball hinge here at the wrist, which does go up and down. We can pivot that to have in and out, so really good movement there. She does have just a single ball joint here in her mid-torso, which does lean back, does lean forward to about right there, moves side to side, and then we do have rotation, although if you try to push it, it does pop it out, and you can see those ball joints right on the inside of her shoulders. So yeah, be careful and don't force the figure, otherwise it will just pop apart. But I would rather the figure pop apart than just snap. We have another ball joint here. I believe it's at her waist. It could be up here, but it does work really nicely. You can see it moves forward, back, side to side, as well as some rotation. So yeah, we get some pretty good movement on Harley Quinn right there. Then we do have thigh joints or leg joints that do move out to about right there, so giving us a full kick forward. It does move back to about right there, and then we get outward movement really nicely. We have a thigh swivel, which works pretty good. Doesn't go too far out, but it does go in quite a bit. Then we have a single bend at the knee, which does give us a little better than 90 degrees. Then we have another ball hinge here at the ankle, which doesn't go back all too much because of how her ankle is designed, and only goes forward to about right there. It doesn't really rotate. I think it's just stuck on mine. Let's see. Yeah, it's just stuck on that joint, but yeah, you can see it does give us some movement, and then she has some forward-facing pin for rocker ankle, and then we do have a toe joint, which doesn't make sense because she is wearing wedges. So overall, really good articulation here on Harley Quinn. So with that out of the way, guys, let's actually get Harley posed for my final thoughts, and then we'll wrap up this review. And so here we have the SH Figuarts, the Suicide Squad Harley Quinn pose for my final thoughts, and overall, it's a really nice looking figure. I gotta give Bandai some credit though, although I do feel some of the details are lacking. After taking a look at the original Suicide Squad Harley Quinn and looking at this one, the face on this one is a little bit less detailed. There's more detailing in the mouth on the original figure. There's more facial details. I kind of wonder why they don't put as much effort into the newer figures as they did the older figures. As far as the detailing on this figure goes, it is amazing. It does look so much like it did in the movie. I gotta give Bandai props for creating such a nice piece, especially for Harley Quinn. It does appear like they really love making Harley Quinn figures, and you know what? They do a really good job at it, and I have to give them really nice props on designing this figure as well as they did. Now, I do have to mention that this figure is severely lacking in accessories. We don't get the spear, we don't get guns, we don't get a baseball bat, and we don't get Harley Quinn's mallet. It's almost like they want you to buy all the other Harley Quinn figures just to give this figure accessories, which is kind of annoying. I would have liked to see some guns with this Harley Quinn, even if it was just a reuse of her original handgun from the original Suicide Squad. The hammer that came out in Birds of Prey would have also been nice. It might not have been accurate, but it would have been something to give this figure because it is very lacking in accessories. Now, that is one problem I have with this figure, and for spending $50, it does feel like that's too much, especially because we only get one alternate head and a couple hands. I would have liked to see another head where she just had a regular smile. The really big smile does fit the character more than the neutral face or a regular smile, so I do like the fact that we did get the Harley Quinn as she is. More weapons would have been nice. That would have been something that Bandai should really look into. For an adult collectible, I have no idea why it still has the no gun policy. This isn't going to be in the hands of a child. This is an adult collectible, so it should come with firearms. I don't understand this whole no firearm thing. It is getting quite annoying, but overall still a really nice looking figure. Now, I did pick up mine from Hobby Link Japan, so I only paid about $50 for her, but getting her shipped was a little bit pricey. Now, I did ship her with some other things, but yeah, getting her directly from Japan is going to cost you about $70 shipped, and I do believe she is running about $60 to $70 if you order her domestically, so the cost kind of does even itself out. If you are a fan of the design of this figure like I am, this is going to look really great in your collection. She fits nice with all your other SH Figuarts or DC figures, or you can put her with the Mafex Justice League figure. She still looks good there. Either way where you put her, she's going to look nice, and I really do recommend Harley Quinn if you're a fan of the character or a fan of this particular look. With that being said, guys, I'm KingofDragons 5000. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel. Go ahead and check out all my other action figure reviews as well as all my other SH Figuarts and DC videos. Hopefully you find them informative. As always, if there's a figure you would like to see me review, let me know down in the comments, and if it fits in my collection, I'll gladly have a look at it. While you're at it, check out my Instagram account for new and exciting action figure photos, and as always, ring that bell to be notified every time I upload a video. Until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Take care, everyone.